garden and welcome to day 14 in my Holidays in the Garden series. Today you can see it's late, it's about 5 o'clock in the evening, and I wanted to give you all a tour of our Christmas lights on our house. I am so happy with how they turned out this year. I think they look absolutely beautiful. So as you can see, Jason and I like doing white lights for our Christmas lights. Now, I am not anti-colored lights. I think colored lights are beautiful. They're so cheerful and they're so happy. But every house that we see, like if we go to, there's an area in Sacramento near us called the Fab 40s, where they have absolutely amazing Christmas lights. Every house in the neighborhood has Christmas lights. It's always the houses with all the white lights that we are drawn to. So obviously that is why we always choose to do all white Christmas lights. And I've talked about this a little bit in earlier videos, like when we were decorating. Part of the problem with white Christmas lights is matching the colors of the white lights. Sometimes you can get white lights that are very cool colored. Sometimes you can get white lights that are that warm kind of yellowy glow. I happen to really like that warm yellowy glow, but that's really hard to find lights that match all the time. It's kind of a pain in the you-know-what. So what we decided this year is we were just not gonna worry about it. We were just gonna lean in to the fact that all of our white light colors weren't gonna match perfectly. And honestly, you guys, I think it turned out so beautiful. It was like such a happy accident because I think that the difference in the colors, if I look at the lights up close and I can see that they don't match up close, if you look at them from way back here, it makes it kind of look sparkly. if that's a good way to explain it, that's how I imagine it, is I just think it's sparkly. So it's not perfect. I kind of think of outdoor Christmas lights as something you build on every year, but I really think that this year we did a good job. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of Jason because he does most of the work outside. So let me give you guys a little bit closer tour of what our Christmas lights look like this year. Okay, so I'll get started right here, which is the trio of Christmas trees that I have. So I got this idea from, again, one of those houses in the Fab 40s that it is the most beautiful Christmas house. If you guys ever get a chance, go see the Fab 40s in Sacramento because it is so beautiful. I truly think they have designers come and decorate their houses because it's so beautiful. But one of these houses has 3 white Christmas trees on one side of the house and 3 white Christmas trees on the other side of the house. Obviously, my house is not symmetrical, so I just decided just to do one trio of 3, but I am so happy with it. I think it is so beautiful. I think that it's just exactly what this spot needed. So these 3 Christmas trees are just cheapo faux Christmas trees from Walmart. Now these 2 right here were pre-lit. This one over here off to the left was not lit, and that was just a mistake on my part. I just purchased the wrong one. I should have got the 3 of them lit, and I didn't. And Jason just added in an extra string of lights, which it looks okay. It's definitely dimmer than the other 2, but that's all right. And then my girls and I, we all decided that each year we would be adding 1 more white Christmas tree. So hopefully this whole area will be like a winter wonderland forest as the years go on. And I just think that that's so cute. And I just love it. I think it's beautiful. Not an expensive decoration. And I think it adds so much, and it's not the typical, most people don't have faux Christmas trees like this in their front yard, but here in California with the weather that we have, we can get away with it. We did have one bad windy rainstorm. It was like a week and a half ago, and two of the trees did fall over, but we just had to come and grab them and put them back up, and it was totally fine, so no big deal. So this is kind of the focal point of our Christmas decorations, and I absolutely love it. Okay, then we have our crepe myrtle tree, and what Jason does is he does a kind of floral wrap around, I don't know, about 10 of the trunks. It's a multi-trunk tree, so we don't wrap every single trunk because that would just be a lot of work. And then he doesn't wrap them around the top because that would just be too hard, basically. But what we did do this year is, you guys can barely see it. I'm sorry. I know this lighting is terrible, but I wanted to show you guys at dusk so you could see the lights as good as possible. What we did get is we did get these LED, I don't know what you call them. It's like, they're like stars basically. And they're so incredibly beautiful. I love them. I purchased them from Home Depot. I will link them in the description down below, but they are just, they're so beautiful. One thing I will say is they run off of 2 AA batteries, and the batteries I don't think last very long. I feel like I'm gonna have to change them. So you can see this one is looking pretty good and nice and sparkly and bright, but this one over here is kind of faded a little bit as compared to what it used to look. And this was the first one that I hung up. So I think I'm gonna have to replace the batteries in that one. So that's just something to think about. They're not plug-in stars, twinkle stars, or whatever you want to call them. They are battery operated and they fade. So, you know, I am going to be planning on replacing the batteries on them, but I think that they look absolutely beautiful. Okay, and then we have just the house lights, which I am loving this year. I kind of showed this to you guys already. So what we did this year is we did the icicle lights hanging down, and then on top of the gutters, we did a line of the big C9 lights. And these are actually LED lights, so they don't take a lot of power. They're, you know, they're pretty energy efficient, I guess you would say, but I just think that it looks so pretty and it's so bright and it's just kind of the look that I was looking for with this double look, basically. I feel like it lights up the gutter and it makes the whole thing look bright and cheerful, and it was really easy to do, you know, and it just added a whole nother layer onto our light display. You can see here's from the back, the 3 white Christmas trees. Can you see the third one? No, a little bit over there. And then over there, there's the crepe myrtle tree. So in my video, when we were setting up all the lights, the girls and I were working on a joy sign that was right here on my espalier. It didn't work out very well. Once you lit the lights weren't dense enough and you really couldn't see what it said. You couldn't see that it said joy. It just looked like a jumble of lights. So we ended up taking it down. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to think about how I can make it a little bit better for next year. I still have the joy. It's in the garage, but it just didn't quite work out like we were imagining it. So we don't have anything here on the espalier, but that's something that we can work on in the upcoming years. All right, now over here on the east side of my house, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is my rose arch that I have my 2 Eden climbing roses on. And Jason surprised me one day and he knew that I wanted to put lights all over this arch. And so he did it for me very quickly one day. Not a ton. He wants to add more lights, but you know, at a certain point you have to stop decorating. You just have to say, enough, that's done. Like, we did enough this year. So I think next year he'll probably put more lights on this arch, but I just think it's so beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? So we got the idea from, I had ripped out a page in a magazine. I think it was from Kinsman Garden Supply. It was either from Gardener Supply Company or Kinsman Garden Supply, one of them. And I just love the look so much. I'll try and show it to you guys if I can find it. But I had hung it up as kind of inspiration. And so he knew I wanted to do it. So he did this for me and I absolutely love it. So yes, it could use a couple more strings of lights, but honestly, I think we were out of lights. So this is all we had, but I'm really happy with how it looks. Okay, and then last thing I want to show you guys is a nighttime look at my front porch. So I did a video on redoing the front porch. I will link it down below. Here is my window box looking really good. Yes, it's very dark, but here is underneath. I hung all these lights up underneath my patio overhang, and it's so pretty. It's so beautiful. The wreath fell off the door. The hook that I had one of those command hooks, and it fell off, and then I just decided to leave it off. The girls' school will be selling, the PTA will be selling rosemary wreaths, so I bought one of those, and I should be getting one of those, and I will hang that one up. And I think that will go a little bit better with the natural garland and the magnolia leaves that I have here, but I just think it looks so pretty. And then you can see there's the birch tree all lit up. So yeah, so I am really, really happy with this. I think the whole house is kind of glowing and lit up and really, really cheerful. Oh, one of the things I did want to show you, I had extra length of these lights that were up here. So I wrapped it around the post, and then I wrapped it all along my black fence right there. So just for a little bit extra light. All right, I hope you enjoyed this very quick tour of my Christmas lights. I'm trying to light up my face so you all can see me because this lighting is just terrible, but I think you guys get the idea. I love it. I love all the different colors of white. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get into your garden today.